Hello, so this is the Unit 3 video reflection. Um, so the thing I found more interesting in this chapter, which was all about friends, or in these two chapters, was the section about why friends fail. And I think that it's true that change, neglect, and betrayal are all parts of why friends fail. But I don't necessarily agree that it's just one or the other. I think it can sometimes be a mix of one or two with all three of them together. It just really just depends on what is going on. But that brings me into why I find that interesting, because in my own life, I've actually been struggling with my friendship with my best friend Kirsten. She was my best friend all through high school, and really my only friend until I came to college. But I actually live far apart from her. She lives in Corpus Christi, which is my hometown, and I'm here in Longview. And I think it initially started because of the change, but we had still been good because she had started going to college and I was in college. So we seemed to still be on the same track with what we wanted with our lives. But over time, that changed. Our paths went in completely different routes. And I think that has come to why our friendship has failed so far. And I feel like it's a lot on my end. I think there's a lot of change between us, and I've neglected my friendship with her. And I don't think it's necessarily on purpose, but more of we're in really different places and I haven't made the time that I should with her. But on to the second thing that I find interesting that goes along with this is how to mend the friendships. I think all those steps could really lead to either closure on my friendship with her, or mending that relationship, which is probably something I would do. Over time, I think I could mend my relationship with her. And I think it just also comes from miscommunication about boundaries, and miscommunications about how our lives are and why I am so busy or why she's so busy doing other things. It's just not a lot to what's that word? Not a lot to relate on with each other. And I think that could also be good in friendships, although they say we do start off our friendships based on commonalities, but I believe friendships can grow stronger when there are a lot of differences, because it's just more things to talk about with each other and learn from each other. The biblical principle that I found within these chapters is that God makes us imperfect. We are not perfect human beings that can have friendships that are everlasting. It takes work, and it takes relying on God to put those choices in your head to lead you down the correct path you're supposed to be going on. Another one would be forgiveness. I know this book these two chapters talked a lot about forgiveness, and if you wanted to mend friendships, it requires forgiveness for whichever the reasons that your friendship has failed. And that's something that is taught through Jesus and through God. One of the biggest things that is taught, that God forgave us for what we did, so who are we not to forgive anybody else? Thank you for listening.